morning. Good morning on behalf of the Baltimore County Central Committee, the Republican Central Committee. My name is John Fiaster and I'm the chairman. And on behalf of the committee, I want to welcome you here today. Here today in front of Squire's Restaurant in Dundalk. We're here for two purposes. The first is our ardent support for repeal of Maryland's rain tax. And the second is to expose two Eastern Baltimore County legislators, Democrat Councilman John Olszewski Sr. and Democrat Delegate John Olszewski Jr. The Olszewski support reveals a shocking disconnect with the homeowners and businesses of Eastern Baltimore County. The rain tax has a cost. And while the councilman and while his son, the delegate, will say that there is no cost, that it will not be felt by Eastern Baltimore County businesses and homeowners, the fact is that Squire's Restaurant, where we meet today, will be paying $702 every year. Now I looked on their menu, and Squire's Restaurant will have to sell 176 cannolis in order to pay that rain tax. The Boulevard Diner, just a few miles away on the corner of Merritt Boulevard and Holabird Avenue, has a rain tax of $1,934. They have to sell 553 bowls of soup, of chicken noodle soup, in order to pay for their rain tax. Pizza John's, another East County landmark, Back River Neck Road, their bill, $2,124. They have to sell 200 pepperoni pizzas in order to pay for their rain tax. Why did John Olszewski Sr. and why did his son, John Olszewski Jr., vote this way? I'll tell you why they voted this way. It's a shameful effort to appease their political leaders in Annapolis and Towson. They have towed the party line to the detriment of their own constituents. They've sold their own people down the river, the people who've long supported them. Dundalk and Essex deserve a lot more, and they deserve a lot better.
Yes, they do.
The Olszewskis should have voted against the rain tax, and they did not. I have one closing remark. At the Essex Day Festival last month, John Olszewski Jr. brought out his new piece of literature. It says here, John Olszewski for State Senator. And I thought it fitting to bring this piece of literature today because when I read it, I was so surprised that he says he is fiscally responsible, prudently trimming the state's budget and opposing tax increases that burden Maryland's middle class and small businesses. I'll tell you one thing. It's one thing to vote for the rain tax. It's another thing to lie to your own constituents, and that's what John Olszewski did. John Olszewski has never trimmed the budget. In the last 3 years, 2011, House Bill 70, the budget bill, state budget, not a single amendment to trim. 2012, Senate Bill 150, the state budget, not a single amendment to trim. 2013, House Bill 100, this very last session, probably while this was at the printer, the lies being printed, he did not offer a single amendment to trim the budget. And to add insult to injury, he voted for a tax that he claims he didn't vote for. The rain tax, it hurts Maryland families, it hurts the East County, and it's time for us to present candidates to defeat the Olszewski dynasty here on the East Side, and that's what I have here behind me rather. I have several candidates, all from the East County, looking to bring new leadership and new ideas to Baltimore County. Are there any questions for any of our candidates or for the committee itself? Guys, there's only two press members here.
To the committee, how do you respond to Johnny Olszewski? How do you respond to Johnny Olszewski's email that he sent out 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
In regards to not letting County come and take over Dundalk.
I'd ask Johnny O. Jr. to show up today and show me somebody from Anne Arundel County.
Yeah.
This is Baltimore County. These are Baltimore County people behind me running for Baltimore County offices. This is the Baltimore County Republican Central Committee. We have members from Dundalk, Essex, Middle River, the east side of Baltimore County, and we have 8 members, and we have 9 members. We work together as a team. This is important to us, and this should be important to the people of Dundalk and Middle River and Essex as well. And I'll tell you one last thing, Patrick, to answer that question. You know what he's upset about? He's upset about anybody letting people know what his record is.
Right.
That's the problem. That's what John O. has a problem with. That's what father and son have a problem with, because they've been doing a dance for too long, and we're calling them on it. And we're calling them on with this billboard and the full campaign that we're rolling out to discredit them, to show the people of Dundalk and Essex exactly who they are and how they've been misrepresented for too long. And we've got alternatives. We've got good candidates here. They're strong candidates, and I can't wait to make sure that there's a change here on the east side of Baltimore County in 2014.
Woohoo! Yeah!
John Senior said that this is mandated by the federal government, and if we did not pass this tax, they would lose road construction money and things along those lines. Any response to that?
Yeah, you want to know what the problems are with the Chesapeake Bay that John Sr. has ignored for far too long? Go over to Back River Neck Road. I'll tell you what, that wastewater treatment plant overflows any big storm. What do you think? What do you think contributes more pollution to the Chesapeake Bay? This parking lot, or 300 million gallons of raw sewage that was discharged in 2012 into the Chesapeake Bay? I'm going to guess the sewage.
Right.
And Johnny O, if he doesn't know that, then it's certainly time for him to leave office and let people who understand that take his place.